It is just their videos in Spanish. It's Diana y Roma salvan la Navidad. Not here, $56 million a year off one channel. Man, I'll be pimping my kids out as well.
Welcome back to The Critical Banter, the podcast that brings the Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode, we have Bullslut and life hacks. Before that, to wrap up the week, we have me, Miguel, and Sen.
G'day. Quick update from me. Lots of people have been messaging. We finally got Teddy a doggy door, but small problem. He is scared of the door. So not sure how we're going to manage this one, but stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned. And we also have Ro here.
G'day, boys. Today we are drinking a pink guava juice. I'll have a quick sip and give you a rating. Ooh,
Tasty.
that's tasty. That gets an 8 out of 10. Well done.
That's a high score, mate.
Very much so. Boys, this week I've got a quick rant actually. So I had some younger like family members come to my house the other week, and they're like between the ages of like, I want to say 6 to 9, right?
You say that your cousins, shouldn't you know their age?
No. My cousins from New Zealand are currently over.
But you know their age.
I know their age.
All right.
This is like family friends.
Fair
Actually,
enough.
speaking of my cousins from New Zealand, they saw the reel that we posted about would you prefer going back to the motherland or going to New Zealand?
Yeah.
And in that I said, oh, it's great going back to see family in the motherland. And they were like, we're family and we live in New Zealand. Who the hell are you going to see? But these kids from like ages 6 to 9 came up and they wanted to watch some TV. So I was like, oh yeah, no dramas. Let's like chuck on Netflix. They're like, no. Can we watch some YouTube?
Come on, man. YouTube's the place to be these days.
I didn't realize that was the younger person met up, but they were like, let's watch some YouTube. I was like, fantastic. What do you want to watch? On my, YouTube For You page, as you know, 4 hours brown noise, 88, what to do if you have ADHD, that sort of gear. They were like, can we watch Dina and Roma? So that's this family channel. I was like, okay, no dramas. We'll watch Dina and Roma. So then I proceeded to watch Dina and Roma for 30 minutes. These guys, honestly, they're prolific. Firstly, I want you to guess how many subscribers the Diana show has on YouTube.
Oh, these family channels always have so many. I reckon maybe, let's say 50 million.
Migs?
50. I was thinking like 5.
Oh, shit. Have I gone over?
Are you trying to do me dirty like that?
No. What is it?
Migs, guess.
5 million.
120 million.
Seriously?
120 million on the Diana show.
I've never heard of these people. Let me look them up while you talk.
Okay, so I'm sitting here watching Diana go to the zoo, right? And essentially what these family channels is what I gather from this one at least, is they just go about their daily activities with their dad just sticking a camera in their face and being like, oh, please react. And like, we create content, right? These guys are pumping out content, 30-minute videos, 3 or 4 times a week. And we know how many takes that, it takes. And so I was just feeling bad for poor Dina and Roma, who have to sit there and like literally support their family. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, imagine like they did like a reaction that wasn't good enough. Dad's like, oh, can you do it again? Except times that by like 50. They've got this whole network. It's like Dina and Roma and Friends, Dina and Roma family. And it's just like constant family channels. This like network just it's so vast.
Jesus. It's pumping out more than full-time hours.
Dude, that top video has 2.4 billion views.
What
is it?
What's the name of it?
It's a song, kid song, Like It. And there was another one, Diana and her Barbie car, 1.9 billion views.
I had a look at the comment section.
Surely
and
their comments are disabled.
The main channel is disabled, but one of their side channels has comments turned on, and it is just filled with creeps.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
it was going to be filled with hate.
No, it's just
Let me find the one with the creeps. I want to read some comments out.
bruv, it's literally like people saying, oh my God, Dina, you look so beautiful today.
Oh my
Dina, you're
God.
so lovely. Wow, so funny, this and that. And I'm sitting here shuddering at the thought of this nonsense.
So who is this aimed at? Like, wait, I feel like, because I'm looking at some of the content and these kids are, firstly, her name is Diana. Diana is maybe, I want to say 8 or 9. And then Roma is literally like 3 or 2.
Yeah, right. Dude,
He's still got the umbilical cord like coming out. So wait, this seems like aimed for like 5 or 6-year-olds. I feel like your cousins are too old to be watching this.
No, it's like the high five, like Wiggles. I'm pretty sure it's like that kind of vibe, but it's done on YouTube.
Okay, right.
But can someone explain to me how this is not some sort of child slavery?
It is. I stand by this 1,000,000%. It is.
Bruv, 30 minutes of video like a day. That is like 2 or 3 hours of filming.
The fact they have a
Minimum.
network is what's
It's too much.
They got a React channel. They got a gaming channel.
From what it looks
potentially.
like, the other channels are just their videos in other languages. Yeah, okay. So I'm looking at Diana and Roma Espanol. They got 34 million subscribers, and it is just their videos in Spanish. It's Diana y Roma salvan la Navidad.
No, you haven't dived into the Diana and Roma lore.
I feel like I'll be put on a list if I did.
But can someone? It's just. I felt very weird.
no one here is defending this. This is outrageous.
This poor girl has her family's livelihood on her back. And it's not like you're a kid, right? Like, let's say you go to the zoo and yeah, your parents are filming. That's fine. But imagine like one day you're tired, but like, daddy's on the other side of the camera being like, no, Diana,
Nah, you
get
gotta-
up.
yeah.
It's time to work.
The,
9 to 5, mate.
sponsors are on your back, mate. Where's the third video this week?
It looks like they have 270 million subscribers across all this accounts. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Does she even go to school?
No, why would you, bro?
No, but then, yeah. I don't
But
know.
then think about it. The poor girl hasn't had an education since she was 6.
I want to see on Social Blade how much money they're making per month.
I reckon they're printing money because like there'd be family friendly advertising.
Oh, they're on
Oh,
YouTube Kids.
that's
That
right,
is
dude.
premium sponsorships.
But yeah, something about it does seem very it doesn't sit right. with
Did the
me.
parents have kids for content, essentially?
I reckon no. I reckon they had the kids. I don't know. They it started off with like funniest home videos. They're just filming Diana having a bit of a laugh. Got a couple of clicks.
Yeah,
on
you reckon they
YouTube
posted
Kids.
one and straight into the veins, mate.
Oh mate, the likes
It's like
started racking
crocodile.
up. Crocodile.
So Social Blade reckons they earn $56 million a year just from one of their accounts and just from YouTube views. So AdSense, not even other kind of sponsors.
So Diana, if you're watching and you need help,
Jesus
Blink
Christ.
twice.
blink twice because I do
I
feel
think you're gonna
bad
say
for
if you need help, reach out to us, sponsor our show.
No, man. I actually genuinely feel terrible because like Roma, yeah, he's 3
As if
years
you would
old.
did you not hear $56 million a year off one channel? Man, I'll be pimping my kids out as well. Are you serious? That's crazy. Times 7. And that's just from AdSense alone.
Yeah, youngest billionaire maybe.
Dude.
Alrighty, moving on. This week, boys, I went to 2 places and I'll talk about them both. The Easter show and the Ramadan night markets. My golly gosh. Firstly, Easter show. It's a rant I have every year. I get done by the carnies every year.
The carnies?
The carnival folk that run the games.
They're a different breed, bro.
They're a different breed. So first of all, I want to, flame one of them, right? So we went to the games. Games I feel like is a nighttime thing. You go towards the night. So we went middle of the day. They're still setting up. And my partner was pretty interested in one of the games, right? She's asking like, because there's different prizes, big prizes, small prizes. It's also not clear how to play, right? So she's asking like, do you have to get all the balls in? Do you have to get one ball in? Whatever.
What's the game?
It's like a basketball game.
Yeah.
But it's the sign just said like 5 shots for $10, right?
Yeah.
And there's small and big prizes. So I'm like, how do you win the big one? Right? I need to see if I can
Yeah.
finagle a big one here, right?
Can you win the big one in 5 balls? That's what
Exactly.
you're
So she's
yourself.
asking, do I need to get 3 in? Do I need to get 5 in? And then the fucking carny had the drug dealer sign he's on, speed dealers, setting up, turns around, just whips out the FPOS machine straight away, and is like,
Ah.
3 for 10. And then my miss like, hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Do I need to get 3 or 5 in?
Yeah.
And then he's like, card or cash,
Oh my God.
That's very aggressive.
right? And then after that, she asked again, like, I just want to know how to play. And then the guy asked, are you playing? And then she's like, I'm
Not with that attitude.
It's like, I'm not, but they might play,
Yeah.
pointing to me and my mate. And then he's like, okay, no worries, see ya. And then turns around and keeps fucking setting up, right? My part absolutely shocked, right? She cannot believe what has happened.
yeah.
But we're at the back like, we're not gonna play this, right? We're not gonna
fuck
give him
that
money.
guy,
We walk
yeah.
away. And then we're just analyzing how the fuck did this interaction just happen?
Yeah.
Didn't comprehend. So that's the level of the carnies, mate. First of all. Second of all, I get done every fucking year because you walk around late at night. All these people with their partners have the big fucking prizes, right? And I'm like, I can't walk away from
Dude,
this
are
venue.
they industry plants? You
That's
reckon?
what I mean. That's what I mean. But then exactly what happened. So like we go through everything. It's time for the games. We go to the basketball one. And obviously the big basketball ones, if you don't know, the hoops are oval. They're not round like you in a normal basketball court. And it even says on the backboards nowadays, hoops are not regulation size, right?
I got done. I got done by that as well. Not only they're oval, I realized it's like an optical illusion because it feels a lot closer than it is.
Yeah.
So I remember like playing ages ago, and I was trying to make these baskets, and I was just airballing because it was just so far back, but it looked close. There's something about it. I
I
don't
swear
know.
the balls are also heavier or something, and I swear the hoops on like an angle. They pull out all the tricks for it.
But then how are there so many people who are winning then?
It's a game of averages. You know, you get
Yeah.
1,000 people play. If it's a 10% hit rate, that's still 100 people that win.
Yeah, so the ball I had was really pumped. It was really firm, really hard. I think what they do in terms of optical illusion, it actually is somewhat close, but they make you stand at a certain
Further back.
distance. So you can't really stand as close as you can.
Mm.
And as I found one, you could stand close, but it's pretty high.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is somewhat manageable. So I watch a few and be like, someone won, a couple people getting close. I'm like, it's not like yours where everyone's airballing and shit.
Mm.
I'll give it a go. I know. My mate would give it a go. Fourth ball.
Money.
In.
Oh, nice.
Big boy prize and everything.
And you're
So you
sitting
need-
here like,
right.
easy days.
So you
Here
have
we
to
go.
get one in.
You have to get one in and you
Okay.
win. That's
That
it.
is a red flag. If you only need to get
Yeah,
one in,
it scares me.
mate, that's too good to be true stuff.
Well, the sample
you got
size I saw, I was on, right? I play. Obviously, I miss
Yeah.
every single one.
Did you get close?
I got close on all of them, but it's one of those because it's oval, the ball is firm, it bounces a lot. It needs to like bounce in. Like you can't swish.
But
As-
isn't that why like it's so firm? Because it's so bouncy. Like
Yeah.
they make the ball so bouncy that you can't
You
brick
need,
it in.
Yeah, you need like a really soft touch
Yeah.
for it to like bounce it and then like sort of like dribble in, like roll in, right?
Yeah.
I was bricking him because I was
Yeah.
trying to swish it for some reason, right? And then my words were to my partner, I'm seething.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fuming at the thought of my mate winning a prize and I'm not. So I'm like walking around. I played more couple games. Obviously, I didn't win.
Yeah.
I come back to this one and I play again. And then apparently, as I was shooting, the carny next to me was just laughing.
Oh,
While I'm stressing my life shooting these basketballs, the sicko next to me
It's having
having a good time.
good chuckle.
And then there was one more game I want to talk about. There's like they call it like a poker game or something. It's one of those where you compete against each other.
Mhm.
So there's like I think I counted like 18 people can play, and basically high score wins essentially, right?
As in highest card wins.
You have to like roll a ball into certain places,
Okay.
and then like there's like certain
I've
points.
seen that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's certain points
yeah.
allocated to where you put it,
Right,
and then
right.
like you add it up and highest one wins, right? Obviously, someone wins a big prize every game, so you're going into it thinking, "Fuck, this is light work.
There's a guaranteed winner here.
This is easy." But then when I'm playing,
Mm.
there's 18 people
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah,
So
18 is
and you're
aggressive.
standing next to each other as well.
Yeah. And it's $10 a pop
$10
For
a
one
hand.
hand.
for one person to play.
Might as well go to the star instead.
Oh, no, I think it was 15, something like even 15. So think about that. Every round, let's say that's 5 minutes.
Mm.
15 times 18 per, of course someone wins a prize. A prize probably costs $20.
Yeah. Alibaba, little Lilo and Stitch plushie.
Yeah, little Pikachu.
Dude, Carnies are mastered the psychology. There's psychics, man. They know how to get you.
Why don't you just go? I reckon next time you don't even bother playing the prize. You just go to the carny and ask him how much for a plushie. I'll just buy it off the shelf. Don't even worry about the game, brother.
I think there's a place to actually buy the toys as well.
Oh,
Because there are stalls like that sell stuff.
but is that against the spirit?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not. Am I going to buy? In a normal day, am I going to buy a plushie? No, I want the sick satisfaction of winning it.
Did you see the football one where they had like the auto keeper and you had to like,
No.
score a goal? Did they not have this year?
I saw the one where they have like holes.
Oh,
in
the
a wall.
holes. Maybe I'm thinking of
But
the
that's a bit
holes one.
shit. Like the
Yeah.
big hole, you win like a fake soccer ball. I don't want that. And then the really small hole, you win a fake jersey.
Yeah,
kinda
so
want,
they had the fake jersey.
I kind of want that, but like it's a bit tough. Carnies, man, they get you. They really get
Give
you.
us an Easter show rating because I saw you had a the food looked all right.
Yeah, the food this year, I feel like when I went 2 years ago, the theme was on a stick. Every food was on a stick. Chip on a stick, lasagna on a stick, garlic bread on a stick, fucking, I don't know, fireworks on a stick, some shit. This year, they got like real vendors, I think. Like actual food places have come in to like sell their food. So
Did you try Chebos?
I didn't try Chebos. Long line.
Explain to me the burrito.
Yeah, dude, that was a jarring.
I saw one
experience
of you,
story.
whoever replied to the story, someone else replied on my behalf. I don't know who that was. It was one of yous.
Wasn't me.
Or maybe it was Cushy
I
at
think
home.
it was me, maybe.
Well, there you go. You were disgusted at the fact of the
Yeah.
burrito.
Explain what the burrito is.
So I walk into the Woolies food dome. A lot of food places come up, and then I see one place that had a sign as seen on Instagram or TikTok or something, right? I walk up, there's someone rolling fresh burritos in front of my eyes,
Wowee.
right? And then when I see it placed in front of me, it's rainbow colored, Fruit Loops on it, and I'm like, what is this concoction? So I looked into what's in it. The burrito is fairy floss, obviously. Inside
Obviously.
is obviously
The standard. That's actually what the
Exactly.
Mexicans had back in the day. That was traditional.
exactly El Burrito they call it. No, inside there's 2 scoops of ice cream. It's like Paul's vanilla ice cream.
God.
They have sprinkles and there's Fruit Loops.
And you just
And-
roll it all up.
And they roll
into
up in a burrito and they sell it to you $15
I
a
was
pop.
gonna say how much?
I think 15 wax.
But
Fuck me, Dad.
the fairy floss ice cream combination doesn't sound terrible.
It was delightful. I shared one burrito between 4
Yeah,
people.
you're not
I
eating
got
one
sick
by
of it
yourself.
halfway through.
Dude, I reckon 2 bites and I'm done of that.
Exactly.
It's pure sugar.
It is. It actually is. But
Yeah.
like a lot of people are getting it.
Yeah.
For the
You
novelty,
make fun,
probably.
but like a lot of people are getting it.
What was the best food you had?
I would say I had one of those crepes. It was
Yeah.
like I don't know the brand. World's most TikToked crepe. That's an outrageous claim.
Wait, was that the
that was their claim.
slogan?
Yeah, it was good. It was lovely.
How can you prove or disprove that? You know,
Exactly, like a lot of our claims.
Sydney's #1 podcast.
Yeah,
was
we
obvious.
had that on our bio for a bit. How outrageous is that?
Recommend. Food was really good. Carnies, maybe stay away. That was part 1 of my food adventures. Part 2 was the Ramadan night markets. This year, earlier on, I said I'm not going to the Lakemba ones because I've been 2 years in a row and nothing changes. If you've been, if you haven't been, it's essentially like 5 stalls duplicated about 5 times. There's about 10 lemonade stands, 20 chip on a stick places, 20 camel burger places. I'm like, this year I want something else.
I will say, if you haven't been to Lakemba though, still go.
Yeah, try once, but I don't think it's worth running back.
Yeah. Agreed.
I saw on TikTok that they have a new stall, sugarcane juice. They're charging you $16 a pop for sugarcane juice. So, that's the kind of standard you're after. You went to Liverpool.
Yeah, so on my TikTok this year, I saw plenty of Liverpool's got these new night markets out by all the food influencers. And the food actually looked delightful, like actual stalls, like the Easter show, I'd say. Actual food places have come in, they have their trucks and everything, and they've gone. So I decided to commit to the journey out before I realized how far Liverpool is.
I mean,
It's like an hour
Yeah.
drive.
Did you get on the M7 or?
No, I did. I came from like out east as well. I went on the Bay Run earlier. So I was-
That's a long drive.
That is a big
A
drive.
bit of a road trip, but finally got there. And my golly gosh, I went on the Good Friday. It was packed like sardines. Like it's not like the Lakemba ones where the roads are wide and you've got space to maneuver. It's like a smaller road, and obviously they've packed in all the stalls back to back, and it's sardines, bro. It's shouldering a lot of people. But
What time did you go?
got there at 8:30.
Because like Lakemba stays open until 2-3 o'clock.
This
Is it-
one only midnight. When I left at 11:30, place was still pumping. So as long as you get there before midnight, I think you're.
Okay.
And the food options, my golly gosh, there are a couple of barbecue places. There was lobster rolls. There was-
Lobster rolls at a Ramadan night market?
What can I say, mate? There were oysters, fresh oysters.
That's a subversion of the genre, I must say.
If that tickles your
I don't think
fancy.
they had lobsters in Saudi Arabia in the first ever Ramadan, just quietly.
They have all different types of food. They have Egyptian, they have Fijian, they have Indian, mate, galore.
Did you try the Egyptian food?
I did not. The line for that was quite long. I
Really?
also got gypped by the place I ended up going to, lamb skewer place. The line to order was short. The line to wait for the food was off to the side, and my God, was it long. I ordered my food. Took me about 5 minutes to order. I get my docket 30. I walk to the side. They're calling out 95.
Oh,
So
Oh.
they're on the old ticket book.
Jeez.
And I had to wait, but worth the wait, I would say. A lot of different dessert places. There was pistachio on tap. I had a nice strawberry cup with pistachio.
Ooh, yum.
$15 for it, kind of steep.
Give us a head-to-head, Lakemba versus Liverpool. Food? It
Food,
sounds like Liverpool had way better options.
By far, Liverpool. Options, even just the quantity. So like, even the good place, except for the very popular and very good places, it wasn't that long of a wait. So the barbecue place was obviously a wait. The lobster roll place, for example, like 2-minute wait.
Empty.
It's not a traditional Ramadan dish.
Well, either way, I think food by far is better.
Yeah.
Parking, there is a parking lot.
Thank you. That's huge. Lakemba, I found it so hard to find parking, especially peak time
Yeah, you had
Like-
to go park on the other side.
of Lakemba.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even in Lidcombe sort of thing.
Yeah.
Walk back.
The main parking lot, obviously really busy, but they were like, it was next to Liverpool Westfields. Is actually some like 4-story parking lot as well, so plenty of options.
Dude, that's the thing about the West. They know you need to have parking at these places.
Mm.
They set it up so that everyone can come. It's a welcoming environment. Big fan.
Crowds?
Crowds, similar, I would say.
Yeah.
Both busy.
It's worse because it's in a
But
more enclosed space.
what I would say though, Liverpool, there were a lot more seats and tables.
Oh, man, it sounds delightful.
So in the main strip is where you have all the stalls and everything, and off to, there's space behind all the stalls, off to the sides, tables and chairs.
Beautiful.
Lovely. And off to the other section, there's the main Kanafe guys. They have their big fucking truck
Yeah,
thing.
the song and dance.
Yeah, they
the
dance.
guns,
Them lot.
Yeah.
Dude, that's delightful.
Yeah.
'Cause I've had Kanafe at the
Yummy guy.
yeah, like those ones. I didn't like those one bit.
Nah.
But this one, whoo.
What was the difference? Kanafe doesn't do it for me. I'm not gonna lie.
It's too cheesy.
It's too cheesy,
normally.
man.
No, but the cheese here was like a melted mixture, so it wasn't like stringy cheese.
Yeah, because they
like
use
some sort of-
bigger or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they use.
It's like custard basically,
Okay.
cheesy custard, mate. It was
okay.
delightful.
Interesting.
Yeah, my cousins, as I alluded to earlier, here from New Zealand. I think I'm going to take them to the Liverpool night markets. It seems like that's the place to be.
Yeah, treat them.
Last thing quickly. Ro and I, we went down to the F1 last weekend. And we put out a shout out to the listeners trying to get someone to get us into the paddock. And unfortunately, no one could get us get in quick, rich free scheme.
How dare you?
So I want to hold us accountable, Ro.
Okay.
Next year, we are going to get into the paddock.
Mhm.
Either legally or illegally. We will find a way. We managed to get our hands on some contraband towards the end. So we have a means for next year of perhaps skirting the rules. I won't say anything more. For
No,
that.
let's say it. Why not?
Yeah, let's just say it.
Some bloke dropped his hospitality pass.
Yeah.
So like some guy called Vignesh, if you've lost from Spark Media, if you've lost
Oh,
your
Spark.
Oh, you know Spark?
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, be in the industry.
Yeah. So he dropped
Oh,
his his lanyard
Yep.
with like the,
His whole govy, his face.
everything. And so we picked it up and then it was at the end of the F1. So I was like, oh, we'll just see if we can just try and sneak in. So I went to the Casa Ferrari lounge with this like pass. I guess also wearing mufti. So, it wasn't.
Mufti.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't wearing security clothes. That's for sure. So I walk into the Casa Ferrari lounge and I'm like, I don't know. I just thought the lanyard would get me
Was
in.
there a photo on it?
Yeah, there's a photo on it.
Did you look like the photo? Could you pass as the photo?
I don't think I could pass, but to
to the average
the average whitey, yeah, maybe I
Quick
could
glance
pass.
as well. Like, oh, okay.
So I walk in and I was like, my plan was I'm just going to stroll into the to this lounge and not say a single word. I get to the gate and then some woman accosts me and she yells, "Who are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just looking for," because I had the lanyard, right? So I was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm just looking for Luke." Luke who? I was like, "Oh, Luke Chapman, some kid from primary school that I haven't spoken to in 25
Shout
years."
out you, Luke.
So she denied me from that entrance. And then I looked at TikTok. I was just scrolling through the through reels and stuff. Apparently that Casa Ferrari lounge is the most expensive lounge in the F1.
I'm not surprised.
$10,000 a ticket. So I'm not shocked that I was denied entry to that establishment.
Fair enough.
But next year, yes, and I'm down.
All
I'm
right.
down. We have the lanyard. We have what it looks like. Now we just got to try and find a reliable supplier who can supply 4 of those.
Or if you're a sponsor, just give us legal tickets.
That's not looking likely.
April Fools.
We have kicked the boys out. Not really, because one's sitting right here.
Hello.
But we've seen how you guys play the game, and we've decided to take over.
Yeah, we've seen the people's comments. We're here.
I think we're going to do a much better job. Famous last words, but let's see how we go. This week's game is Bullslut. Manny?
Yeah, this week's game is Bullslut. There's been a lot of yapping over the years about how shit we are at the game, and we're going to put you guys to the test. So Bullslut, before we start the game, I'll give you a category. I'll be in charge of the game. It's both of you playing. I'll give you a category, and you go back and forth on how many you can get in 30 seconds. And once we get to a point where you think the other person can't do it, you call out Bullslut, and they're put to the test. They got a name in 30 seconds. If they get it, they get the point. If they don't get it, the other person will get the point. We all good? Makes sense?
Makes sense.
Ready?
Yep. Where did
Excited?
the phrase Bullslut come from? Just quietly.
Don't ask questions I don't know the answer to. It's
Don't worry about it.
Made up word. We maybe patent it as well, but I couldn't tell you.
Do
But
it quick.
it's our game. Alrighty, first category is vegetables. How many vegetables do you reckon you can name in 30 seconds? We'll start with you. How many you reckon?
Go 7. I'll go 8.
8?
9.
10. 10.
Okay.
10.
Yeah, you got it.
Are you calling Bullslut?
Yeah, Bullslut.
All right.
Alrighty, you have 30 seconds to name 10 vegetables. Your time starts now.
All right. We've got zucchini, broccoli, okra, cauliflower, potato. onion, capsicum, carrot, peas, corn.
There
That
you
it?
go.
That's
10 in
It's corn.
13 seconds. Wow.
So
There you go.
easy.
That's crazy.
You guys made a face when I said okra.
That's a wild place to go for 4. There's like 10 different vegetables I'd go before okra. Alrighty, 1-0.
All right.
Next category we have is celebrities.
Okay.
So I'll be very generous. I'll take anyone.
Anyone famous?
Really anyone that I probably know. I'll give you actors, musicians, artists, politicians, sports people,
Yep. Yep.
all of it. So knowing
What is
that,
oyster.
where are you going to go?
8,
I will go 9,
11,
12.
13.
Let's go. Bullslut.
Ah,
Okay.
here we go. Here we go.
For you.
Alrighty, you have 30 seconds to name 13 celebrities. Your time starts now.
Miley Cyrus, Beyonce, Ariana Grande, Keith Urban, Kelly Rowland, Guy Sebastian, Delta Goodrum, Sydney Sweeney,
Yep,
Alexa Demi,
sure. 4 more.
Daniel Radcliffe,
Yep,
Emma Stone,
Yep.
Emma Watson,
yep.
Emma.
You need to name 1 more.
Oh my god. Shakira.
Love that.
Right before the 30 seconds, I'll give you that. Well done.
Slay.
You couldn't think of another Emma, could you?
No, am I missing one?
No, there's only 2 famous Emmas in
What's
the whole
that?
world.
Tennis player?
I
Emma
was gonna say Emma
Rada.
Chamberlain.
Oh.
Is she
Oh,
someone?
yeah.
Yep. There was one that I'd never heard of. Jamie something.
Alexa Demi.
Yeah, can we fact
She's
check that?
on,
Who's she?
Victoria.
We'll
Sure
give.
she
She's a TV show. We'll give it. Alrighty.
All right.
1 apiece. Alrighty. Third category today we have is cities, but we'll make it a bit harder. Foreign cities. So no Australia. Any city outside of Australia. How many can you name? How's your geography?
Terrible.
Now that
GeoGuessr.
we're in the hot seat, I'm like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
harder in front of the bright lights,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
we've still got all of them so far. So
Fair play.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you haven't gone
relax.
to a cush 25 out of in 30 seconds.
25.
You're not going bold with your numbers.
okay, yeah. we
Cities, come on, geography.
have- all right. 8,
9,
11,
12.
13,
Bullslut.
13 foreign cities.
Alrighty. 30 seconds to name 13 foreign cities.
Okay.
Time starts now.
All right. Rome, Milan, Venice, Paris, Nice, Madrid, Barcelona, Casablanca, Phuket, Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Pune.
Well done. You,
Well, you know
you
what?
little,
Panic. I
you
just
little
go straight to
Your
like the map of
Europe
India.
itinerary.
Europe itinerary and then just India. What a cop out.
You know what? I was blanking on like any city in Portugal. I was trying to go like that way, and then
Yeah.
I blanked.
When you said Casablanca, I thought you were in trouble. I thought you were in big trouble. That was the point where I'm like, this could be the first L. But well done, 2-1.
All right.
Next category of the day is animals. Come on, think of the
10.
zoo.
10. Oh my god. 11.
13.
I feel like between you, 13 is the number where you guys start to
Start to draw the line.
call it a day.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. 14.
Okay. 15.
Yes.
Oh no.
Dude, that's a
Took the
classic.
bait,
That's
not
a
out.
classic.
Debate.
Bait ya. You ready? You have 30 seconds
Go, go, go.
to name
Okay.
15 animals.
Yep.
Your time starts now.
Cat, dog, turtle, fish, capybara, hedgehog, owl, cow, horse, sheep, lamb,
Mhm. 4 more.
otter, meerkat, hawk.
Yeah.
15.
Well done.
was so
10
good.
seconds
Oh
to
my
spare
God.
as
Oh my
well.
God.
I was
Nice.
just naming like cute animal cafes in Japan
Love
for a
that.
second there.
Well done. I thought you were naming the memes on TikTok. Like a
Oh,
lot of those
the
animals are in
capybara.
memes.
Yappy butter.
Alrighty, 2-2. Wow. This is crazy. And you haven't failed once. That's wild.
Yeah, we're showing you how it's done.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Okay, we're gonna
Alrighty. It's 2 apiece. 2-2. Fifth and last one. Winner takes all. My goodness gracious
oh my
me.
god. We're all
Pressure's
winners
on.
here.
We are all winners. The listeners are the biggest winners here, I say. All right, last category is shops you would find in a Westfield. And Westfield is just I'm taking shopping centers. A shop that I'd find in a shopping center is the broad category. How many can you name in 30 seconds?
2, 5,
Surely not.
7,
8,
10,
11,
12.
13.
The confidence is really dropping in these answers.
We can count.
It's also 30 seconds. It's not the fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's shops.
15.
Okay, Bullslut. And you got this.
I'm loving the support. Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm not going to get this.
Winner takes all.
Ah.
You have 30 seconds to name 15 shops you can find in a Westfield. Your time starts now.
Woolworths, Coles, Aldi, Supre, Glassons, Dotti, Tempt, Bonds, and YD, Tara Cash, Maya, David Jones, and we also have Nike, we have Adidas, Rebel. Is that it?
That is it. Again,
Yay!
10
So
seconds to
cute.
spare.
Well done.
Well done. You take it 3-2. Anything to say to the other boys that aren't here?
Just, learn how it's done. Start low. Don't need to go more than 15.
Get good is what you're saying.
Get good is what I'm saying.
Too easy. Well done.
It's actually nerve wracking.
Alrighty, friends, this episode is brought to you by the spring cleaning champions Manscaped. This season, make sure to groom your carpets and the drapes with the leaders in the below-the-waist grooming. Clear out the winter bush with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 and watch your confidence bloom like the springtime flowers. Embrace the season and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our special offer. So go to manscaped.com, use code TCB for 20% off and free shipping. After using Manscaped, I can finally say I have caught the spring fever. Introducing the season's champ, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code TCB at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code TCB at manscaped.com. Nothing like a little spring cleaning in your pants.
Our segment today is about life hacks. We put the call out on Instagram. You guys have written in with your life hacks, and we have some of our own. So we'll start with the listener submissions first. And I got to say, we got a lot of kids-based ones. So people have said paying kids prices at the movies, for example, paying kids tickets for sporting events.
That's a you special, Senny.
That is a me special. And the last one was ordering off the kids' menu. So let's maybe start by ordering at the kids' menu. I've actually never done that.
Nah, I don't think this is a life hack, to be
'Cause
honest.
You're not getting the same thing.
You're paying less for less food.
Less food, exactly.
Okay. It only works if the portions are massive.
Yeah.
And I don't think people even let you order from the kids' menu unless you're a kid. I think restaurants are like, nah, don't do it. Not allowed.
I don't think they do.
No, they
You're thinking of
definitely
the TV show with the Ricky Gervais one. where
Yeah,
he
that
tries-
clip, bro. I've seen that clip like 10 times.
Dude, no.
You know what we're talking about?
No, I have no idea what you're talking
Okay,
about.
we'll show you after. But yeah, the waitress essentially basically stops Ricky Gervais from ordering off the kids' menu.
But he's with his kid, though.
Yeah.
He's trying to get 2 kids' meals.
I don't think anyone is that bothered that they'll stop you from ordering off the kids'
No,
menu.
yes, they will. I reckon if you rock up as a 25, 26-year-old man to a restaurant and it's like, I'll have the kids chicken schnitzel, please. They're going to be like, sorry, you're not a kid. You have to order from the adults menu.
What if I'm
feel
not
like
that hungry?
I feel like a couple people are bothered.
Really?
Couple of restaurants, yeah.
Yeah, they're absolutely bothered.
Doesn't make sense, but they're bothered.
It's like if Macca's stopped you from buying a Happy Meal. They don't.
They don't.
But it's not a kid's meal.
Didn't they come out with the adult Happy Meal?
Yeah, they did. That was very popular, apparently.
Was it?
Hit the nostalgia because it was bigger and like had a bunch of stuff in it. I don't think this is a good
So
life
it's
hack.
not a life hack. What about kids' prices at movies and kids' prices for sporting events?
I'll go you one step further. No prices at the movies. Half the time they're not even sitting at the stall. You just walk in.
I used to do that quite a bit.
In high school, mate, we were
Yeah.
just walking in cinemas deluxe. We'd watch 3 movies in a day sometime.
Hornsby Event Cinemas. There was no one there ever. So you could just walk in. As long as you knew which cinema it was, you could go walk in and watch a movie for free.
Kids' prices at the movies, it doesn't work again if
Why?
if there's a guy at the counter.
But I could apply that to everything.
Nah, like what?
Like if there's a guy checking the tickets at a sporting event, if there's a guy checking tickets
No.
at
Like, for
this
example,
and that.
the one that you said, buying kids' ticket at a sporting event when it's a turnstile, there's no checker. You can just walk in. if you buy a ticket to a movie,
No, but
But they
the
don't
movies,
check
they
the-
just check the cinema and
Correct.
they might check your seat just
That's
to
it.
see if you have duplicate
Oh,
tickets.
They just want to see if
True.
you have a ticket. That's it. They don't care what kind of ticket you have.
okay, yeah, no, all right, I'm in with this one.
But
That's a
I
good
like
one.
I like your other one of just not buying a ticket.
That's not really a life hack, isn't it? It's
You
just-
recommend it, Ro?
what? Not walking in, not buying a ticket.
Walking in, not buying a ticket.
If you're a high school student like we were, yes, I definitely recommend it. Saves a lot of cash.
26-year-old man.
Buy the kids' ticket. Dude, grow up and buy the kids' ticket.
Actually, I'm gonna. Speaking of movie life hacks, I'm gonna throw Triple Cheese under the bus here. He has his life hack is you can get free unlimited popcorn.
Okay, play on.
So you go to event cinemas, you pick up a bucket,
Yeah.
you fill the popcorn, and then you just walk to the cinema.
So steal.
No. It's just free.
It's just free, yeah.
And then usually we go watch Indian movies, so there's usually an intermission, and by then the bucket's empty.
Oh, it's empty, of course.
So you go back and you refill it,
Oh,
and they let you
wow.
just refill it for free. It's awesome.
yeah, it's just like at the when we went to Magic Round at the stadium, where it was also a similar sort of thing. You just walk into the kiosk, pick up your chicken and chips, and then just walk out. No one checks.
I'm not a part of this.
No, don't do this.
I'm
Absolutely
not.
don't.
I'm not a part of
Look,
this.
the beautiful. This is Triple Cheese. He
Yeah,
loves
this
doing
is Triple Cheese only did this.
But I will say there's a fine line between illegal and life hack.
Yeah.
And I love to ride that line.
Yeah.
For example, one of my ones is when you're hungry and you don't want to pay for food, just rock up to the Sofitel. They have like a beautiful buffet, unlimited, and you can just mosey on in there, act as if you're a resident at the establishment, and then just dig in.
Have you tried this before?
Yeah, me and my friend Isaac in uni.
Oh, you
Don't
meant-
incriminate someone else.
We went to, what's the one opposite Hyde Park?
Hilton?
It's,
No.
it's yeah, I don't know. It's
Sheraton.
Sheraton, that's
The
the
Sheraton,
one. So the
yeah.
Sheraton has a free buffet, breakfast and dinner for the guests. And all you got to do is you've obviously have to pay for the room and you have to say what room number you're in and they let you in for free, right? We're just strolling in. We're pretty hungry. Haven't had anything to eat. We're also broke uni students. We see the Sheraton. I propose the idea. Let's go in and have a look. These are victimless crimes.
Yeah.
We walk in. The bloke at the checking the room numbers and whatever, he was not there. So I was like, oh, here's our chance. And we just scurry on in. I've got there, sitting there with a delightful plate of food, lobster legs, crab legs, oysters out the wazoo. Meanwhile, Isaac is like filling up his plate. I'm sitting there eating, and then he comes and sit down, and I think they've clocked it on the security cameras because the gentleman walks up to us and he's like, oh, we haven't checked your room number. Like, what, are you staying at the hotel? And we're like, absolutely, we're staying at the hotel. And then he's like, oh, what's your room number? And I said some number. I was like, oh, 432. And he's like, there is no 432. And then I'm ashamed to admit, I respectfully got up, finished my oyster, placed it down, and me and Isaac sprinted out of that establishment. So, if you can get away with it, it's a good life hack.
For
You
that
can get
life
away
hack.
with stealing.
I think that is not stealing.
It's a victimless crime.
That's for fun. That's up for grabs. Stealing from like a shop, like Triple Cheese at the movie cinemas,
yeah.
that feels a bit illegal.
No, it's a victimless crime, dude.
Yeah, where do you draw the line then?
Oh,
It's
for
the
some-
same thing. It's the same thing.
No, but it's a free buffet. Inherently, if you stay at the hotel, it's free.
But you've paid for the services of the hotel.
Of course, I understand
So
that.
obviously the cost is somehow offset by something else you've paid for.
But it's not like if you go to the movies, you pay for a ticket, you get a free bucket of popcorn. You have to pay for the ticket and you have to pay. For some reason, it feels different. Anyways, the reason why 432 doesn't exist is because the hotels, I realized, are 4 digits.
Yeah.
It's like 4321.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
It's
Anyways.
usually the level number and then a room
The
number.
room number. Yeah. So that was my
Rookie.
problem. Yeah, rookie error.
Very rookie. Going back, so buying kids tickets for sporting events. I swear by this. This is the best hack you can get.
I have to agree. Manu?
I get concession. I'm a bit.
Nah,
I meet in the
dude,
middle.
I'm
I meet in the
sorry.
middle.
Why?
Because in Europe a couple times they've checked.
Oh, okay.
They check, so I'm a bit like.
I'll guarantee you, here in
I can finagle a concession.
Yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
finagle a child.
dude, here in Sydney, no one checks. I've done it multiple times and I've never been pulled up on it.
Yeah, well, we were going to the Penrith game a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And our friend Glade was like, oh, I'm going to buy a family ticket. Are you happy being the child? I was like, yeah, I'm happy being the child. No worries.
Yeah, well, I said the story of when we went to the Big Bash with my cousins and there was 10 of us, all of us over the age of 21, and I bought 10 child tickets for it. Oh, the only time where it didn't work was for the Women's World Cup, where you couldn't buy a child ticket on its own. And
You had to buy an adult ticket and an accompanying child ticket.
So I remember so many times on like the resale website, I was trying to buy tickets for like an Australia game, and there were so many kids tickets, but you couldn't buy it because there was no adult tickets available. And now I'm like, fuck, that's actually, if they started doing this in Australia, I'd be fucked. I'd be out of business. I'd never go watch sport ever again.
well, let's just rename this. It's unethical life hacks is what it is.
Oh, no, there's some ethical ones that people have written in.
Give me an ethical one. Because I will be giving you nothing but unethical ones.
So there's a few ethical ones here. So Ozbargain, and they've also written in shopback/cash rewards. Ozbargain I have used multiple times. I got a standing desk for about half the price off it.
Mm-hmm.
Shopback cash reward I've never used, and firstly, what is it? Can someone explain it, what it is to me, and how the business model works?
I don't know how the business model works, but essentially it's like a little browser extension you put. You got to sign in. Let's say you buy $100 Nike shoes off Nike.
Yeah.
Cashback will give you 5% cash back.
Right.
So in your cashback account, they'll put $5 in.
Right. And then
essentially is how it works.
I heard that essentially you can't, that's not actual money. It sits in the cash.
No, bro, it's real money.
No, you can't cash it out.
You can cash out once it hits a certain threshold.
$20. Blood. I've cashed out big time. So like I booked all my hotels and stuff for Europe through Shopback.
Okay.
And so like whatever, I don't know how much I spent, a couple of grand potentially. My cashback account, there was like $600 of just pure cash.
I thought you could only use it on the cashback.
Nah, dude, that's in my bank account right now.
Oh, I'm going to sign up to it right
No,
now.
it's
Then.
really-
This feels too good to be true for me.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones.
What's the catch?
Like when someone floated beam, I think your missus floated beam back in the day. I'm like,
No, I floated beam.
oh, you floated beam?
I floated beam.
But it was like you get I get $5 and you get $5. Like there's got to be something aloof here. There's something at play.
I think
How's a business model,
I
right?
don't know how the business model works. I think Shopback has partnerships with like Booking.com, Nike, whatever. And then because like that's obviously a stream of income for Nike and Booking.com, like people going through cashback.
So you're selling me cashback, going to Nike and saying we can get you extra business as long as you give us
Exactly.
a couple dollars to give back to the
back to
people.
the people. Exactly right. So then Shopback sits here and like I don't do that much online shopping. So it's not really worth it for me to use like day to day. But when you're booking a trip, 100%, this is a massive life hack. Use Shopback. It's great.
They have on booking.com.
And it's like sometimes it's 11% cashback on
That's
Booking.com.
crazy.
They have
11%.
You know how like business have sales? Cashback has like double rewards day type vibe.
Oh,
So on certain days you
Double
can
XP
get
weekend.
you get double XP on a hotel booking.
All right, I like that life hack. Thank you for writing that in. And then I'm looking through it. I'm actually realizing everyone wrote in with unethical life hacks.
Oh, give us some. Yeah. This is all the stuff that I love.
This one is slightly aggressive, and I'm all for it. So they wrote in, hate someone, sign their phone number up to medical or auto insurance. And I realized we actually have something similar. We actually have a name for it. We call it ramsing someone. So Rams Home Loans here in Australia is a non-bank lender, and then they have a website, and you can put in someone's number, and you can request a call back from them, and you can call back immediately, and you can actually give them a time to call back. So in high school, we used to put each other's numbers in, and you'd be sitting in class, and suddenly you'd be getting a call from Rams.
1-800 Rams.
If you looked at my block numbers, there's only about 10, but there are the 10 variations of Rams. I'll be honest, every now and again when I get bored, even like these couple of years, I'll Rams onto you guys just for fun. And then I sit on my phone waiting for you to message in our group chat. Which one of you fuckers did this?
I'll put my hand up. I'm pretty sure I Rams Rohan. I think either last year or the year before. And he messaged
I did the same guy.
And he messaged in the group chat like, which one of you fuckers did this? So I'm all for that one.
This is a good one because Rams is fine. Rams is like a lesser version of this because these home insurance, how it works is when I worked in sales and we got leads when someone put a number through.
Oh,
it got sent to all the salespeople. And so everyone is calling you to try and get your
they're
business.
foaming at the mouth trying to get you.
They're ravenous for it.
I think the other one is I've seen someone, you know how on like light poles, you can put up, call so-and-so for a good time or for like tutoring. And then you just put like little strips with their number on it. I've seen someone do that in the US where I think they broke up with their missus or something. And so they went around saying, this guy's a cheating scum, like call his number to like let him know he's a dickhead or whatever.
Yeah, there was one where it was like, win $1,000 in a Chewbacca impersonation contest.
That's the one.
And then they put his like ex-girlfriend's number
That's what
in.
it was, yeah.
Bro, we used to do that as well in high school on the bus. We just used to write like our friend John's phone number and then just put on the bus and get him called.
So I like that one. That's a good one. Next one is don't buy tea or coffee. Just take some from the assortment available from the office kitchen. This just seems poor.
No, this is a Kush special, mate. Kush loves, raiding office snacks and taking it home for dinner. He was like, oh, it's just going to go bad. The fruit's going to go bad, so I may as well take it.
I've never done this, and I don't think I ever would.
Well,
The shame if someone ever caught you doing this, dude.
Dude, I got shamed for ordering McDonald's for lunch when I first started working.
That is pretty shameful.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I was like, how old? Like 19 at the time? I just wanted McDonald's, and then like the co-workers looked at me and they were like, are you too poor to order like a real lunch? I was like, oh, just
That's a bit out of pocket.
Come on, man.
The next one, and I've done this many times. Always, so when you park at a shopping center and you want to park for as long as you want, when you leave, say that you watched a movie so you don't have to pay for parking. So usually you get maybe 0 to 3 hours free, and you've stayed 4 or 5 hours. So and it might come up $20. You just press the button, say, oh, I watched the movie, I couldn't validate my ticket, and they'll let you out every single time. I've done it at Macquarie, I've done it at Towers. Works every single time.
I'm lost my ticket.
I feel like they don't allow that one.
What do you mean that I've lost my ticket? Or my ticket's not working, so
No, but
I'll
usually
try
it's
putting
a
it in.
license plate these days.
Yeah, that one's harder to
That's
get
right.
around.
Just say you watched a movie.
I just tailgate, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a bit outrageous.
Why is this outrageous? Tailgating is like one of the most fun activities you can do. You just go behind a car. They go, the boom gate's open. You just slide on beside them. The boom gate's not going to shut on your
But what
car.
if the guy suddenly stops on you?
Oh, who's going to brake check me?
I probably would. If I saw someone tailgating me, I might just brake check him.
Really?
Yeah, just for the lols.
But like, I think I'm still in the area where the boom gates are still not going to close down.
Yeah, okay.
And if you're going to brake check someone who's tailgating, grow up. That's a bit how you're going.
When was the last time you tailgated someone out of a shopping center?
Yesterday.
No, it's been a while because I haven't been to the shops in a while. Like, because I've been to the shops for over 3 hours for a while, I should say.
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes it's usually when I have to park at like Parramatta Westfield and we're going to like watch, I don't know, the Eels, and we've parked before 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I park there for 5 hours, and then like it just gets exponential, the price. It goes from like, 3 hours to 3.5 hours, $4.
Yeah.
3.5 hours to 4 hours, $54. It's like, dude, I'm not going to pay that respectfully.
So yeah, we drove down to Melbourne, and we were looking for a car park to park in. And the Wilson that was nearest to our Airbnb wasn't 24 hours, if that makes sense. It was basically you had to drive in every day and pay like daily rates. And so Ro wanted to do a thing where we just stayed there for 3 days and then rack up the daily rates, which was like maybe $70-$80 a day. And then at the end of it, just say, oh, we lost our ticket, and just cop the $120 for the lost ticket. And I'm like, they'll still charge you for the 3 days that the car was there.
Do you think they would? So the lost ticket fee is $120, which is far cheaper.
So what? You just pay the $120 and they let you out?
Yeah, because you lost your ticket. Because how can
Is
they
there any
prove?
license plate, anything?
I think Wilson is a button and you get a ticket type.
Yeah, how can they
situation.
prove your car was there for 3 days as opposed
But
to...
we didn't know if it had the...
Yeah, that spooked me a little bit because I was like, maybe they would, but I feel
Then
like
you stand outside, just watch some cars go in and see what happens.
No, I don't have time for that. But that's a classic. Yeah, you just pay the lost parking, like fine. Plus another life hack, unethical from Wilson. These dirty dogs, I hate them. You don't have to pay Wilson fines.
All right. Can we actually... I still don't know if this is true because I've heard it from you. So very unverified sources.
This is a fact, okay? Wilson and any like non-council parking lot, if they fine you, it's not a real fine, right? It's not like legally, it's not legally mandated to pay it. If you don't pay it, are they going to send a debt collector to come get the $120? No, they won't. So they just let it go.
I think they would.
No, bro.
Does it affect your credit score, but
No. What does that have to do with
who
it?
knows? Debt, bro.
I get ticketed from Wilson fairly regularly because I love parking in their centers and I don't like paying for it. So they will fine you. They'll give you a little ticket. And on the back of it, it says this is like not legally mandated.
So you potentially owe Wilson thousands of dollars
not
right
thousands. Less than
now. They're going to
hundreds.
send a bounty hunter for you, dude.
Low hundreds of dollars, I owe Wilson. Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, I feel like you can only do this to a certain threshold. Then they might send a debt collector on you.
No, but they don't know it's me doing it every time.
Oh.
No, okay, wait. No, I don't get how this works because usually you have to pay at the boom gate. to
How are you
to
getting
get
out? He's tailgating. He's tailgating. Come
Obviously,
on.
I'm tailgating.
Oh, okay.
But then how do they fine you?
No, 'cause
You're already out.
No, because there's like these. It's at parking lots and it's at like outdoor places where it's like 2 to 4 hours, like max 2 hours
Right.
parking, and you've parked there for longer, and then there's a little ticket saying, "Sorry, you parked here longer than need be, $100 fine."
So one of those parking lots where you have to buy a ticket and then display it on your dashboard. Are you even buying a ticket?
No, why would I bother buying a ticket?
Fair enough.
Wilson, dude, these guys are scummy. Trust me. This is not illegal because they can't like get you. They just have to try and chase you down, but they're not going to do it.
Speaking of being in debt, we got a fine so we went to Europe last year, so in June, and in February we got a ticket saying that we drove in an illegal spot in Florence and we got a fine for 170 euros. And I'm just saying, what if we just don't pay it? What are they going to do?
Yeah, in Europe.
In Italy, what are they going to do? We're on the other side of the world. Yeah, I'm not Julian Assange.
One of my friends, she's a bit worried. She's apparently scared they're going to deny her entry into Italy next time she goes.
Yeah, okay, listeners, if anyone knows about international law, please write in. Am I actually on the hook for this 170 euros? I want to know.
Yeah, I think
surely this is on the bloody Italians. They had 8 months to send this to us.
Sheesh.
Yeah, now you're out of the country.
Yeah, what are they going to do? We got one more from the listeners. I'm not sure if this is a life hack, but it's good knowledge nonetheless. They said, spread your asshole when you rip a dump. It'll use less toilet paper.
I mean, toilet paper is so cheap anyway. Like you're saving 3 plies.
I think it's more for pleasure than utility.
This is not a bad one though. I feel like not for the saving the money, like the toilet paper, but I think like maybe if you're in public, and you like, for example, I like to take a dump and I have a shower immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're in public and you're out and about, you can't really have a shower. So your bum hole's a bit dirty.
Mm. I've heard that waxing your bum hole is actually the best way to do it. It's because the poo gets stuck in like your your hair.
Oh,
the dingleberry.
Yeah, so you have poo particles in your bum hair.
Yeah.
So if you just shave that all or wax it all off, like your poo just flies out. It's just like and then you wipe and there's nothing. It's a ghost wipe.
I've heard to have a ghost fart, you need to spread your cheeks so there's no reverberation.
Oh.
I haven't verified that information.
Run that by me again one more time.
So when you fart, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's not. The reason why it's loud is because your cheeks are kind of close together. So when the air is passing through, it like reverberates. So to have a silent one, you should. I've not verified it. Spread your cheeks so the air passes through nicely.
No.
So if I want to fart at work, I'm going to have to get up, spread my cheeks, and then nothing will happen because no one will know what I'm doing. And if it's silent, I just look like a sicko who's just gone up and spread his cheeks.
I don't believe this because the air already passes through. Now we're getting real technical here. The air already passes through the anus. And that in and of itself is like there's reverberation.
Bro, I'm just relaying you information.
Right.
You can test it if you want.
I'm going
test.
to test it.
Let's test. We'll come back.
All right,
next
let's
week.
test it now.
I don't have anything lined up in the chamber. All right, I got a couple of quick life hacks. As you can tell, this is a great segment. I love unethical life hacks. It's
Get some sick joy out of a lot of these.
because it's not even it's just the thrill. I don't know. It just feels good when you do stuff like this. One that I've heard of, and I did to a lesser degree, is like when people ask for references, you can just put down whoever, really. So my friend, he does this constantly. For his job, he puts me down as his reference. And so when I get called as a reference check, suddenly he's the best employee ever. I've never seen someone's work rate as much as he has. He's such a hard worker, this and that. I did this, not at work, but for rental applications. They want to put down references as like, I don't know, character references, I guess.
Yeah.
So I put down Sen and his girlfriend as a reference for my lease application in Melbourne. And Sen, you got a buzz.
Yeah, within, I think, a couple of days after, I got a buzz. No, I think it was while we were there. So you were standing next to me while I got a call.
And mouthing the words.
Yeah, literally wrote a script for me. Like he said, just say this, and this. And all they asked was, does so-and-so report to you? And I'm like, of course he does. Does he earn X amount? Because you had to give how much you earned or something like that. And I'm like, oh, he gets paid that much. But I'm like,
he was making jokes when my rental application was on the line.
and then they just asked, oh, like, how is he as a person? And I'm like, oh, comes maybe half an hour late every day, but that's fine. No, I'm like, yeah, he's a good worker, reliable, blah, 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 this, that. And that was it. So it was just like a 5-minute chat, just asking about your general character.
But I don't want to burden my actual manager with all this nonsense. Like, this is not worth it. Plus, I just started this company anyway, so I was like, I don't want to do this. Sen, you chat to them.
Yeah.
This guy was cracking the funnies as literally, how hard it is to get a rental place in Sydney?
Makes it relatable, makes it real.
Oh, this is the one I wanted. And maybe that did sell us because we actually got the place in the end.
There you go. But I don't know. How much weight do you actually put into that? You know what I mean? Like, This guy, for him, is just a tick the box exercise. Like, what kind of answers is he looking for?
Like, I guess you're right. It's probably ticks the box. If I lied about my salary or whatever, then that's like a red flag.
Yeah, okay.
But I think when it comes to like job application, that's kind of like low-key life or death. Like you, like I have been a reference for multiple people
For a job. That's scary.
like a legitimate reference, like not my mate who's just calling me up.
right.
So like they're like, oh hey, you know, how is this person? And like obviously you're being nice. Like all the interns that I worked with, like they wanted to put me down as their reference. And I think like hiring managers actually care about what you have to say
Yeah.
because otherwise they don't want to hire a dud.
I got 2 from me just to end us off here real quick. First one is whenever you book a restaurant or anything really, always say it's your birthday or always say you're celebrating a birthday.
I think this extends to hotels as well.
Yeah, hotels as well.
I think you get more with the hotels, dare I suggest. They like give a bottle of champagne or like a little cake and stuff like that.
But we did that when we were down in Melbourne. We went for one of the restaurants. We said it was, to be honest, it was close to my birthday. So there was some element of truth. But we got there, Ro, and you met with, I think, one of the waiters, and he took you off to the side and it looked like a very serious chat.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, did we lose our booking or something? And what was he saying to you?
He was like, he whispered in my, he was,
It was very sensual.
yeah.
Ooh, hello.
He was like, oh, we don't have a candle for you. We don't have a candle. I was like,
Or was
oh.
he stressed about it?
He was pretty stressed. I was like, just
respect it.
chill, brother. He's like, oh, do you want birthday shots? I was like, no, we're not really in the mood to drink. He's like, oh, I can give you a dessert on the house. I was like, mate, thank you very much. I would love a dessert on the house.
So we ordered dinner, we had dinner, and then they brought out the dessert menu, and we're like, how far can we push it? You know, he said desserts on the house. So we ordered 2 desserts, and then we had the desserts, and then I'm like, all right, can we have the bill, please? He comes out with the bill. Both the desserts have been charged.
Oh, charged. Wow.
So then we had the dilemma. Well, we know this guy said to us, it's on the house.
Because he was the manager, and then there was a different waitress who was serving us.
Yeah.
So I think she was not aware of the
deal.
the little backdoor deal we got. So the 2 desserts are on the table. Manu, are you going up to the manager and saying, hey, what's happened here?
Yeah.
I would, but I would meet in the middle because it's a bit hard. I'll ask for one off, like the birthday. You know, it's my mate's birthday. You know, he said his was free. By that point, I feel like maybe I'd offer to pay for the other one. What'd you do? What'd you do, you sickos?
No, we did that exact thing. Well, I didn't offer to pay for both. I just gave him the option. I went up to him and I was like, oh, I thought desserts were for free. And then he came back with an amended bill with one of them taken off, one of them there, which is fair enough.
There you go.
But I will say, dude, I swear to God, in Sydney, I do this every time and I'm not getting anything.
You get nothing.
I'm getting a little candle.
Yeah.
Nah, they'll on the plate, they'll put in like little chocolate sauce, happy birthday. That's about it.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for though. I'm looking for
I want a freebie.
the extras, yeah. Hotels I get a lot. Hotels if I'm staying somewhere or like an Airbnb. Mate, it doesn't matter if it's a group of 14. It's everyone's anniversary. What can you do for us?
And my final one, also unethical. I'm currently in a moon boot, and I realized you can actually get a lot of sympathy and a lot of perks if you look, as bad as it sounds, slightly disabled or slightly.
You don't look slightly. You are disabled.
You are
can't
physically
walk,
disabled, brother.
I don't know it's not politically incorrect to say that. You can't walk.
So we were leaving the F1, and then there was like a massive line to leave, and they were like, oh, it could be 45 up to an hour to stand in this line to get out. And I'm like, well, firstly, I'm not, even if I was able-bodied, I'm not fucking standing in that line. And secondly, in the state I'm in, I'm not going to do it. So we found the nearest like helper or whatever, and we're like, please, sir, you know, my foot's injured, I can't stand. Like, can you help us get out? And then the guy's like, oh, you know, I'm unsure. And then there was a girl next to him, and she's like, oh, I can take him through the VIP exit.
Woo!
And I'm like, please do. So then I realized, and then we started walking, and I realized I was actually walking ahead of her. And I'm like, well, this doesn't suit the narrative. So I quickly started, you know, walking very slowly, and I was like holding onto my partner's shoulder, and like, you know, I looked like a wounded soldier, you know, stolen valor. And then we were walking, and then we got to like one, like, because there was like so many parts of it that like cordoned off where you can't go. Like, it's only certain members or like only cars can go this way. So there was first checkpoint we got to, and they're like, you can't go this way. And then the beautiful girl we were with, like, she just kept pointing at my foot. She's like, he's injured. And then I'm like full, like, you know, limping and like, you know, trying to sell a story and like, all right, come through. And then we got to the second one, same thing. She's like, you know, we got to get this man out of here. It was like
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, it honestly was Saving Private Ryan. And then we literally got like to the VIP, and like I could literally see the street. Like we were there. We got to the end. And then this final security guard's like, he can go, but the rest of them have to go back. And we walked maybe 10 minutes at this point, like all the way around. And she's like, yeah, he can go through, but the other three, no, you got to go back through the main entrance exit. And this woman's, the lady who was chaperoning us just looked at us like, are you serious? Like, they've come all this way. Like, they're his friends. They need to go with him. We're going out. And she just said, we're going out. And she like moved her aside and let us go straight through.
What was the authority of this woman?
Mate, it was just MSS security, bro. It was the lowest tier of security, dare I suggest.
But she was doing us a massive solid.
Yeah, so life tip, if you are going to any event and you know, if you want to skip some lines or if you want to get some good seats or whatever, put on a moon boot, get a wheelchair, and they'll whisk you to the front.
Okay, where do we stand on this? Because Sen obviously is legitimately injured. He's torn 2 ligaments in his ankle, so he can't even really walk. He has the moon boot on. And then so we wanted to go to the Melbourne Walk, which is essentially like, it's like a place where the drivers will walk past you and you have to line up pretty early and people kind of wait and then get signed autographs and stuff from these guys. Now, we rocked up at 7 o'clock in the morning and there was already a massive line. There was an accessibility section. And I was like, Sen was coming later because we didn't want to, because essentially how you do it is you rock up, the line opens, and then everyone sprints to the Melbourne Walk. It's kind of like a race to kind of get the front rows. There's an accessibility entrance. We had no line. Then they asked Sen, do you want a wheelchair? Now, Sen is injured and can't really walk. I said, you know, maybe you get the wheelchair, but Sen was too prideful. He's like, no, I don't need a wheelchair. Then we get to the Melbourne Walk. Obviously, we had not been the first persons there, so we didn't really get a good spot. We were like a couple rows back. There is a beautiful section, just people full of wheelchairs. And all the F1 drivers go and they all sign their autographs and they all take photos with them.
Every single one of them stopped, signed, and took photos with these people.
Now,
take the wheelchair, Sen.
take the wheelchair.
Take the wheelchair.
Because it's not like you don't need it.
You take the wheelchair. Him, I'll say, no, hell no. But brother, you can actually take it.
I would never take the wheelchair. But Sen, if you just weren't so prideful, you could
it
have got
wasn't
the wheelchair.
prideful. Listeners, I believe in a concept called karma, and I feel this is tempting fate.
No, but it's not. You have an injured foot.
But I can still walk, you know. God's given me 1.5 working feet right now, and I'm going to use them.
Yeah, but if you ask a doctor or a physio, they say stay off your foot as much as possible.
You should be wearing
That is
crutches.
true.
You should be putting no weight on that. So the wheelchair is fine for you to take.
In
It's
hindsight,
not like
I
you've
agree.
broken your wrist. You know what I mean? Like it's your foot.
No, I should have taken it. In hindsight, I agree I should have taken it, but at the time, I'm like, no, this is tempting fate, you know?
You would have met your heroes, Lewis Hamilton, Daniel
Yeah,
Ricciardo,
I know, that would have.
Carlos Sainz. We missed an opportunity there.
Alrighty, that brings us to the end of a very good episode. Ro and Sen have left ages ago, but I'm still here with Pranka and Christina. Thank you for coming on. Pranka, anything to shout out?
Thanks for having us. Yeah, shout out at Melodies with Pri. Give us a follow.
Check it out in the bio, Christina.
And just to Barcelona, you know, football's never been the same since Messi left.
Since Messi left, you reckon? Jesus, well, shout out football. You're not fair play. Shout out them. You can find the rest of our episodes, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the good stuff. Find us on Instagram, TikTok, at Critical Banter. Drop us a follow there. See you guys next week.